Hi, I'm Syed on Maths Online. Today we'll try to take few examples based on the Bessel's function. In the previous video, I have given you the Bessel's function formula. So I'll just try to rewrite that one. Bessel's function is written as Jn of x to be equals to, there is summation of r is equals to 0 to infinity minus 1 power of r into x by 2 to the power of n plus 2r into 1 by gamma of n plus r plus 1 into r factorial. This is the Bessel's function that we have studied. Now let us take few examples based on it. The first question is, prove that j half of x is equals to, it is square root of 2 by pi x into sine of x. And j minus half of x is equals to the square root of 2 by pi x into cos of x. So let's try to get these two results. J half, you have to show that root of 2 by pi x into sine x. J of minus half, you have to show that root of 2 by pi x into cos of x. So we'll take this Bessel's function and put the value of n as half to get the first result, and to get the second result we'll put the value of n to be minus half and simplify this right hand side. So we know the Bessel's function Jn of x to be equals to summation of r is equals to 0 to infinity minus 1 power of r x by 2 to the power of n plus 2r into 1 by gamma of n plus r plus 1 into r factorial. So put the value of n to be equals to half in this equation. If you want, you can take this as equation number 1. In equation number 1, so if you put n as half, you'll be getting j half of x will be equals to summation of r is equals to 0 to infinity minus 1 power of r x by 2 into n value is half, so half plus 2r into 1 by, it is gamma of n value is half, so half plus r plus 1 into r factorial. But if you try to see this particular value, it is half plus 1 will be 3 by 2. That's the expression that you will be getting. And also, let me further simplify this one. This is x by 2 to the power of, you are having power half as well as power 2r. So can I write in this way? Power half separate, again x by 2 to the power of 2r separate. And this is 1 by, it is gamma of, this is r plus half plus 1. Half plus 1 will become 3 by 2 into this gamma of r will be as it is. So I can take this x by 2 to the power of half outside. So it will be x by 2. Power half represents square root. Because power half is there, it represents square root. Then you can write summation r is equals to 0 to infinity minus 1 power of r into x by 2 whole power of 2r into 1 by r plus 3 by 2. This gamma of r plus 3 by 2 into r factorial. That's the expression we have. So we'll try to expand this expression that we have and further simplify it, which will be equals to square root of x by 2. Now put r is equals to 0. Starting with r is equals to 0, minus 1 power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 will be 1 itself. So this will be 1. Again here also r is 0. X by 2 to the power of 0 will be what? 1 itself. So both this product are 1 itself. Here we will be left out with 1 by r value is 0. So 0 plus 3 by 2 will be 3 by 2. And this is 0 factorial. R is 0 factorial. 0 factorial will be 1. So we'll just be getting 1 by gamma of 3 by 2. That is the first value. Plus, now put r as 1, the next value. First r is equals to 0, you have got this value. Now put r is equals to 1. So we'll be getting minus 1 power of r is 1. So minus 1 power of 1 is minus 1 into x by 2 to the power of r is 1. So whole square will be getting into 1 by gamma of, so r is 1 over here, 1 plus 3 by 2, right? This r is 1, so 1 plus 3 by 2 will become 5 by 2 into, it is 1 factorial. Next value plus, again this was r is equals to 0, this was r is equals to 1, next r is equals to 2, minus 1 power of 2, x by 2 to the power of, r is 2 here, so 2 times of 2 will be 4 into 1 by, here r is 2, so 2 plus 3 by 2, r is 2, so 2 plus 3 by 2, so how much will be getting? 4 plus 3, 7, 7 by 2 you get, so gamma of 7 by 2, this value, into r factorial, r is 2, so into 2 factorial, and the series will continue up to infinity. So I have just taken just only 3 terms to simplify. So we need to find out this gamma of 3 by 2 value, gamma of 5 by 2 value, and gamma of 7 by 2 value. So we know this basic results. Gamma of n value is nothing but n minus of 1 into gamma of n minus of 1. So you have learnt in gamma function the value of gamma of n, and also gamma of half. Gamma of half will be square root of pi. Gamma of half will be square root of pi. So let us use this result and try to find out gamma of 3 by 2 value as well as gamma of 5 by 2. So we'll start with gamma of 3 by 2. So in place of this n, I'll put it as 3 by 2. So if I put n as 3 by 2, so I'm taking n as 3 by 2, so that becomes gamma of 3 by 2 is equals to n minus 1 into gamma of n minus of 1. N minus of 1 is 3 by 2 minus of 1 into gamma of 3 by 2 minus of 1. So 3 by 2 minus of 1 will become 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into gamma of, this is also 1 by 2. But what is gamma of 1 by 2? I have told you gamma of 1 by 2 is square root of pi. So I can use this gamma of 1 by 2 as square root of pi, which will be equals to, it is half times of square root of pi. So we have got the value of gamma of 3 by 2. Now further we need to find out gamma of 5 by 2. So once again put the value of n to be equals to 5 by 2 in the same result. In this result, gamma of n. So if I take it as 5 by 2, it becomes gamma of 5 by 2 will be equals to, so n minus of 1 will be 5 by 2 minus of 1 into gamma of 5 by 2 minus of 1. So 5 by 2 minus of 1 will become 3 by 2 into gamma of 5 by 2 minus of 1 will be 3 by 2. But we have already calculated the value of gamma of 3 by 2. So what is gamma of 3 by 2? 1 by 2 into square root of pi. So this 3 by 2 as it is into gamma of 3 by 2 will be 1 by 2 into square root of pi. Or further simplify, 3 divided by 2 times of 2 will be 4 into square root of pi. So you got gamma of 5 by 2. So one more term is there. If you go back to that expression, you are having this gamma of 7 by 2. So this value should also be calculated. So once again, we'll put the value of n to be equals to 7 by 2 back in the same expression, gamma of n, this expression. So n will become 7 by 2 is equals to 7 by 2 minus of 1 into gamma of 7 by 2 minus of 1. So 7 by 2 minus of 1 will be 5 by 2 into gamma of 7 by 2 minus of 1 will be 5 by 2. So it is 5 by 2 into, as gamma of 5 by 2 you have already calculated. So this is the value you have got. Gamma of 5 by 2 is 3 by 4 into root pi. So that value you can substitute here. 3 by 4 into square root of pi. So if you try to simplify this one, 5 times of 3, 15 by 2 times of 4 will be 8 into square root of pi. So you got the value of gamma of 7 by 2 to be equals to 15 by 8 square root of pi. So all these values we'll try to plug in back in this equation. So if you want, you can take this as equation number 2. Alright, so this as equation number 2. So I'll plug in all these values: gamma of 3 by 2 value, gamma of 5 by 2 value, and gamma of 7 by 2. So just observe that equation number 2. So equation 2 implies, so the square root of x by 2 as it is, it is 1 by gamma of 3 by 2, you have got it as 1 by 2 into square root of pi, and its plus into minus will become minus. You will get x by 2 whole square as it is into 1 by gamma of 5 by 2. Gamma of 5 by 2 is 3 by 4 into square root of pi into 1 factorial is 1 itself. Next term plus, we are having minus 1 power of 2. So minus 1 whole square will become positive itself. Then you have x by 2 to the power of 4 into 1 by gamma of 7 by 2. Gamma of 7 by 2 is 15 by 8 square root of pi into, you have 2 factorial will become 2 itself. You can cancel out this one. 2 1 times 2 4 times, and remaining terms up to infinity as it is, which will be equals to, if you try to observe here in the denominator, every term is having square root of pi. So can I take this square root of pi outside? So if you take square root of pi outside, it becomes square root of x divided by 2 into, because it is root pi, I can write under square root. So it becomes x by 2 pi here, under root. So what will be left out here? It is 1 by 1 by 2. If I take that in the numerator, it becomes 2 minus of, this is how much? This is x square by 2 square. 2 square will become 4, and 3 by 4 is there. You can write 3 by 4 in the numerator, it becomes reciprocal 4 by 3 into x square by, so 2 square will become 4. Root pi is already taken common outside. Next term is positive. Again this 4 by 15, if I take the reciprocal, square root is taken outside into x power of 4 divided by, it is 2 power of 4 will be 16, and the rest of the terms. Or further, if you try to see over here, 2 is common, so I can take 2 common outside. Alright, so if I take 2 common, I will be getting x by 2 times of pi. So I am taking 2 common. Or if I take 2 common outside, I have to get some standard series over here. So let us try to see whether we will get standard series or not. We will be getting 1 minus x square plus x power of 4. So we will not be getting the standard series. So I will even take the value of x outside, or divide by x. So divide by x and multiply by x. So I have divided by x here. I will multiply by x inside. 2 is already taken common outside. X will be left out. Minus. Right. So from here I have already taken 2 outside. What will be left out here? 2 will be left out. This 4 and 4 will get cancelled. It will be left out with 1 by 3 into, x is already taken common outside. Alright, you are dividing by x. You need to multiply by x. It becomes x cube. You have taken 2 outside here. You are multiplying by 2. Therefore, you have to divide by 2. So that when you try to multiply, this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. And here x and x will get cancelled. You will get back x square and 3. Next term, you have positive value. Alright. And you can cancel out 4 times. Because you have divided by x here, you have to multiply by x. It becomes x power of 5 whole divided by. And because you have multiplied by 2 over here, there is no 2 here. So that means you have to divide by 2 there. So 15 into 4 is already there. That is 15 into 4 is already there in the denominator. And further you are multiplying that by 2. Alright. So 15 4 times. So you will be getting 120 there. Alright. So this will be 120. Plus the rest of the terms will be getting. The series will continue. So this will be equals to, if you try to simplify this one, you will be getting the square root of what will happen to this 2 value as well as this 2 by x value. I'll just show it over here. So you are having root of x divided by root of 2 into root of pi. I have just written that in the form of root. This is also root, this is also root, this is also root. Into. You are having 2. So can I write 2 as root 2 into root 2? 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. Here in the denominator you have x. So can I write x as root x into root x? Alright. So what will happen? So I am writing that root x separate, denominator root 2 separate, and root of pi separate. Here 2 is written as root 2 into root 2. This denominator x is written as root x into root x. So one root x will cancel out. One root 2 over here will cancel out. So what is left out in the numerator? Root 2 is left out. Denominator, what is left out? Root pi into root of x. So everything is under root. Therefore write whole square root of 2 in the numerator. Denominator, what you have? Pi times of x. This is how you can write this complete expression. Now inside you have x minus x cube by, so 3 times of 2 is 6. So can I write 6 as 3 factorial? Right, because 6 is there, 6 can be written as 3 factorial. Plus you have x power of 5 by 120. How can I write 120? 120 you can write in terms of 5 factorial. You can just check it. 5 factorial will be 120, and then rest of the terms will be getting. So alternate positive and negative terms you are getting. So what is this series? X minus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power of 5 by 5 factorial and so on. This is nothing but the sine series. So if I write down, this represents the sine series over here. It will be square root of 2 by pi x into, this represents the sine of x. So I have got the value of j half of x to be equals to square root of 2 by pi x into sine of x. This is what I wanted to prove. Go back to result number A and see the right hand side. J half is nothing but root of 2 by pi x into sine of x. So first result has been proved. Now you go for the second result. Result number B. So here once again I'll put the value of n to be equals to, now I'll be taking minus of half in equation number 1, right? Because if you try to see this result, this result has to be proved. J minus half of x root of 2 by pi x into cos x. So I've already written the Bessel's function Jn of x. In this I have to put the value of n to be minus half to get this result. So let us put in equation number 1. So observe equation number 1. So equation 1 will imply j minus half of x is equals to a summation of r is equals to 0 to infinity minus 1 power of r into x by 2 to the power of n value is minus half. So it is minus half plus 2r into 1 by gamma of n n value is minus half. So it is minus of half plus r plus 1 into r factorial. So just taking the value of n to be minus half. Or if you further simplify, it will become summation of r is equals to 0 to infinity minus 1 power of r into, I can write this as x by 2 to the power of minus of half into x by 2 to the power of 2r. Separating that powers here, 1 by, it is gamma of r. Here you can see this plus 1 and minus half. So 1 minus half will become half. So it becomes gamma of r plus half into r factorial. So this x by 2 to the power of minus of half you can take outside. It becomes x by 2 to the power of minus of half outside. You will get summation of r is equals to 0 to infinity. This is minus 1 power of r into x by 2 to the power of 2r into 1 by, it is gamma of r plus half into r factorial. Now this particular value x by 2 to the power of minus half is there. So can I write this x by 2 to the power of minus of half to be equals to, if you want to make this as positive value, you can write 1 by x by 2 to the power of plus half. The denominator becomes positive power. This is nothing but 1 by root of x by 2, because root half represents square root. Or if I take the reciprocal, can I write this as square root of 2 by x? It becomes square root and reciprocal 2 by x. So here you can write square root of 2 by x into summation of r is equals to 0 to infinity minus 1 power of r into x by 2 to the power of 2r into 1 by gamma of r plus half into r factorial. Now let us try to expand this one. Taking r as 0. So if you put r as 0 here, minus 1 power of 0 will become 1. Again x by 2 to the power of 0. This will also become 1. So you will be left out only with this term. 1 by r is 0. So 0 plus half is just half into 0 factorial will be 1 itself. We know that 0 factorial will be 1. So we'll just be getting 1 by gamma of half plus next value of r will be 1. So minus 1 power of 1. Here r value will be 1. So we'll be getting x by 2 whole square. X by 2 whole square into 1 by gamma of, here r is 1. So 1 plus half. So just be getting 1 plus half, which is nothing but 3 by 2. So we'll be getting gamma of 3 by 2 into this 1 factorial. Coming to the next term, plus, this is minus 1 power of, r value we are taking it as 2. So it is minus 1 power of 2 into x by 2 to the power of. So you are taking r as 2 here. So 2 times of 2 will become 4 into 1 by gamma of. So r is 2. So we'll be getting 2 plus half. So 2 plus half will be how much? 5 by 2. So we'll be getting gamma of 5 by 2 into 2 factorial and the terms of 2 infinity. We already calculated the value of gamma of 3 by 2, gamma of 5 by 2, and we know the value of gamma of half. We just observe the earlier terms. So there we have got this value. So we'll try to plug in those values over here. So it is square root of 2 by x. It is 1 by. So what was gamma of half? Gamma of half value was square root of pi. And this is minus 1 power of 1 will be minus. Minus of plus will become minus. And you have x by 2 whole square. So it becomes x square by, this is 2 square will become 4. 1 divided by, what is the value of gamma of 3 by 2 we have got? So you can just check it. Gamma of 3 by 2 have already got that value to be equals to 1 by 2 into square root of pi. And here 1 factorial will be 1 itself. Next term, minus 1 whole square. So minus 1 whole square will be positive value plus itself. Then x power of 4 you have divided by 2 power of 4 will be 16 into 1 by gamma of 5 by 2. You can check what is the value you have got. So we have got 3 by 4 into square root of pi into, you have 2 factorial can be written as 2 and the remaining terms. Now this can be written as, so try to see here, square root of pi is common outside, so I will be taking square root of pi outside. Alright, so that becomes square root of 2 by pi x, because square root of pi is taken outside, you will be having square root of pi x. Now let us see what is the term here. 1 will be left out, minus here x square by, so this will cancel out, 2 1 times and 2 2 times. So what will be left out here? So can I write that as 2 factorial? Next plus, so you can cancel out this term, 4 1 times and 4 4 times. That will be x power of 4 divided by CO here, 4 times of 3 12, 12 times of 2 24. So 24 can I write in terms of 4 factorial. 4 factorial will be 24 and the remaining terms will be getting. But if you try to observe this particular series, 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power of 4 by 4 factorial and so on in even powers of x, this series is nothing but your cosine series. So this is nothing but cosine series. I can write that as cos of x. So we have got j minus half of x to be equals to square root of 2 by pi x into cos of x. So these were the two important results that you have to remember. That's all I have for today. Thank you.